Hey, so this has been on my mind, and I didn't know how to put into words, and I still don't know how to put into words, but I read this post, and it's a question you should ask yourself. It's one I've asked myself as well. It's, would you rather be 20 with $500,000 to your name, 30 with $1 million to your name, 40 with $30 million to your name, 50 with 200 million to your name, or 60 with $1 billion to your name? And it's tough. Would I be young with 500,000? Sure, that's actually a lot. If you're 20 with 500K, would you be 30 with a million? Reasonable, but you lost 10 years of your life. 40 with a little more, 10 more years of your life. And this question to me was really hard. Not hard to pick. It's hard to conceptualize. Because obviously I would pick the 20 over anything, but I asked myself, why is that? And it's because you can't really buy time back. But then I saw a comment in that thread, and someone said the same thing I did, right? I'm like, oh yeah, I'll pick 20. And then someone said, same thing as me, you can't trade time for money. And then the original poster was like, no, that's not true. And the guy's like, what? No, this is true. And then no, the guy was like, no. If I gave you $1 million to waste an hour of your time right now doing nothing, you'd probably take it. And the guy was like, yeah. And then the original poster was like, so then the question is not how much. The question is not about if you're willing to waste time for money, because clearly you are. The question is, are you willing to waste a decade for that much? And that to me was very revealing. No, nobody will waste 10 years of their life for something. And then another question you might ask yourself is, I can give you 10 million today, but you don't get to wake up tomorrow. It's an extreme version, right? No one would take that. So what is the price of life? What is the price of a year? It's pretty much what you value yourself. Would you waste a year for $1 million? Some people would. I think that's a reasonable sacrifice. If you're making 50,000 a year, if you do 1 million a year, give up a year for your life for that. But 10 years. That's why I've come to the conclusion that money is not something that should be too longed for. I think you should get to the point where you are sufficient enough in life where you don't have to think about it, but not to the point where you're just overflowing with wealth. And the general concept behind this is, in the beginning you think you need a lot of money. The people who only work for money, they don't make the most, but they're also the least fulfilled. And people who don't do it for the money are making a lot. Like Elon Musk, I don't think he cares that he has 400 billion. Like, this guy does not care. He took out pretty much a fifth of his income to buy Twitter to restore free speech. That's how important it was to him. He doesn't care about money. Um, and so don't a lot of people. I don't really think it matters. Most people just want to do their own thing, make something, and at least get paid for it to survive. Like, if most people had that, they would be very happy. Except that's not the reality of the world, and people aren't willing to wait long enough for a result. Like, I would like to get to that point. That'd be really nice. So the question for me now has not become, do I need to make more money? Because yes, I do. Not absurd amounts. It's not everything. I think I'd be happy with like 50 million. But my question more now, I want to shift to, how can I help the most amount of people? That's the difference between people who do it for the money versus people who do it for helping. So I will do it for money for a bit until I have what I want. And then I want to shift to helping the most amount of people possible, which paradoxically does make me more. The people I've been surrounded with who are very ambitious have the same thought process. Sam Ovens, founder of School, his mission isn't like, oh, create a $5 billion valuation company. His company is already evaluated at 1.5 billion. It will be by next year. I don't think that's his goal. His goal is to, as he says it, connect 1 billion people and create 1 billion communities. Elon Musk's goal is to take all of humanity to Mars. 8 billion people. And seeing these people who don't really do it for the money is inspiring. But to be fair, at the start, they did do it for the money. So I think there's a necessary path to cross to get to that point. Do it for the money, then do it for the love of it. But I do wonder if there's a way to skip that. Yeah, this is just me thinking aloud. I'm not really, it's not coherent in any way. All I do know that I have come to the conclusion of is I want to help as many people as possible. And everybody sees it in their own light, what that means. For Elon, people taking people to Mars. For Sam Ovens, building communities, connecting people. For Hermosi, getting people's businesses up and running, making more. I don't know what mine is yet. I think that's fine because I'm still young, but I would want to figure it out. I think I want to go down the education route. Get everyone on Earth to a certain level of knowledge. Though I don't want to commit to that yet because I don't know what that means. But I've always had a knack for like helping people learn. I just like teaching. Learning the best ways to learn is kind of my thing. I'll have to sit down and reflect on that. I have some time. But yeah, it's just a Saturday. It's a Saturday morning, you know. I had plans, but they got canceled last minute. Anyways, that's all I had. That's what was on my mind. I do ask myself sometimes why I make these. I still don't know. It's like this sense of connecting with someone who doesn't really exist. I don't know you. I don't know who you are. I don't know who's gonna watch this. But on some deeper level, I like telling people about stuff. Helping and teaching anything that I can. And that's what I think I'm gonna do. We'll see though. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's all I had. I'm just gonna sit in silence for a bit because I just need a lot has happened this week. And then eat my yogurt. Okay. I am gonna. I'm gonna see you later when I decide to record one of these. Okay.